Hello, everybody. W- Welcome to the stream. That timing there was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That was interesting. um. Oh man, my camera's on the wrong. Yeah. That's better. Yeah, I do the angle thing. I don't know why it was over there. Someone moved it. I almost had everything set up how it should have been set up. Um. Well then. So, I had to do some research after the after I hit start streaming because I was not the most prepared. I meant to kind of get this taken care of and research it before. Um, uh, bu- 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 just because I wanted to be prepared and I wasn't. But as you guys might have seen, I had to in the middle of my starting soon screen put up a disclaimer, and I don't like having to do things like this. But I had to look it up, and apparently Twitch will yell at me if I Twitch can yell at me if I'm not careful. So I've made the decision that I'm going to probably just switch to a different scene where I cover up most of the screen, just to make sure. I don't want to get banned on Twitch. I don't want to. So I will try to do my best to leave the game as intact as possible. But I'm not going to promise anything, and hopefully I don't get in trouble. So yeah. Yeah, I think that is about it. So yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I hate that feeling. I always feel like I'm forgetting something. So. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I mean, I wouldn't put it past me for being stupid and forgetting something. Abby, you're not in chat, right? You're not gonna yell at me for calling myself stupid. Just making sure before I move on. So, what? Lost Woods. Okay, I was like, what is even playing? So, I guess. Not stupid emote. Well, I mean, it would be wrong if I had that emote. It'd be false advertising. That was bad. That was bad. So when we last left off. Oh my. I think this is the fastest that I've ever gotten into the game. Camera. Close enough. It's already Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that I made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. Fair enough. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she is different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. And not much has really changed, has it? Say's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Yeah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. That's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori steers in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Argos. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault if I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings. If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. Tripping up over my words. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. We're up to 29. Jeez. My phone's stupid. The easy solution for this would be to just turn that setting off. Nah. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. Although my phone's almost dead, so when I have to check and see if it activated, I have to actually physically turn to see if it activated. So Oh, man. You really put me in a trap, Argos. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Argos? I guess you have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. Yeah. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like, and that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori has kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Argos. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste the effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right, that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Atsuki's is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back home anxiously waiting in Atsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to know she's outside the front door. Nobody uses doorbells anymore. What the heck? Without delay, I open the front door and let her in. Sup. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little bit different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grabbed the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? To be honest, I don't feel that. I don't hate being that small. 5 foot nothing. That's still pretty small, spelled SMOL, but it's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey. Now you are treating me like a little kid. I was just trying to be a little bit nicer to you, you know. Just because I don't have a mature, sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you're trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. I don't think I'm helping. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey. Was that to me? Who else? Man. Oh my god. I was going to do something really quickly. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I like how I'm clumsy and I spill things only when, like, I haven't really done that on stream really ever, but when I start to wear, you know, I spilled like all the way down this side. Okay. Let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish someone else like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flowers, spilled What? And plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. Let's just move on. The mixer isn't big enough to make all of the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Are you doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not all baking. It's all about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. Excuse me. It's a million times more worth it in the end. And if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up, like the ones you made on my first day. I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It just takes a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk for me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really needed to beat the crap out of it. Oh my god. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pumps it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting that who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch the finger toward the bowl. Don't make me the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my fingers, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross. You got it on my face. Phrasing. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez, you know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Not the face. Not the face! Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Whoa. Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Well then. Her face is entirely red. How did the mood turn into this so quickly? I don't know where the fire alarm starts going off. Such a convenient break from the action, I guess? Oh, darn. It was a moment. The fire alarm, that damn fire alarm, will get you every time. Especially with my cooking. I'm bad at cooking and baking. Guess they're technically separate. I don't know where the fire alarm is going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. Oops. How can you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. That smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have the nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This thing can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Cake sounds good. I want cake. I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. I mean, anything I say is stupid. I need like a tally for self-deprecating jokes, but at least Abby's not here, so she can't yell at me. No one tell her either. Gonna tell on myself. How are you only at 20 minutes? God, 20%. Dang it. I faced it, I'm a legend. I'm telling on myself, give me a second. Okay. But that's actually a really cute idea. Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Did you say something? No? Nothing? Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the pace and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about it before Natsuki quickly moves on, she shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably have beat out 10 cupcakes already. Oh, man. I'm so hungry right now because of this conversation. God damn it. Oh, okay. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we'd have more time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. Why is it doing that? That's why. That's better. It's not like you'll always have this chance. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry one, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish you would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, I felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Was that what I was planning on doing? Didn't realize that. Did I even take the opportunity to get closer like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere... Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. There's a music shift. Wait, Natsuki, standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against mine. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Oops. Hi, Argos. Sayori. Just know you weren't... It's okay, Argos. I just stopped by to say hi. 30. You should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes beforehand. Wow. With the sass. Anyway, later, clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my... God damn it. I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? I was supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Well then. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. So, I think when I was originally trying to record this with a friend of mine, they ended the episode with, here's your choice. It sucks, doesn't it? Actually, let me see if they remember it. It was like, welcome to your choice. Doesn't it suck? At least I think that's just the point where she was like that. So I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That is why I'll accept any of your burdens as long as we continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment of my life, but why, even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all. It's okay. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Siri and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date. What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same message always has been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Siri gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Siri means by that. I keep looking over, and I swear to God, I see something changing on this screen that has like OBS and chat on it. And it's like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Are you saying that this is making you feel sad? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It feels like a bunch of thorns when you tell me that you love me, but that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori's the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one I'd be walking to Sayori with, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. Give me a second. Oh, that's it. Hello. I think I know why I made it so big. I'm also checking this for no reason. No reason at all. No reason. At all. I'm going to check something really quickly. New photos. Oh. Okay, so a couple new things here. Reply I love you to Sayori's confession. And choose to help Natsuki for festival preparations. Okay then. Any more? Yes, there are. The kitchen. Sayori's bedroom. Okay. Serious examples from her childhood. Do we have any more? Because it's acting like we do. It has the dot in the background. Oh, there it is. Whew. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. BRB? Uh-oh. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Argos, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones that she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on a day this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful. I know it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said that because that's because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Argos. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. Monica, you knew about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But, I stammer embarrassed, did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now. I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like that will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost professional feel. What's this? I flip to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori has written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. Just gonna conveniently do this. I'm gonna still read, though. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least, to wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday things will be the same as they always have been. That is all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, so she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, open the door, and let myself in. Sayori, she really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Walking her up to her own house. You know what? We'll go ahead and do this. Just because I'm not sure how Twitch will react to this. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? but she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Welcome back. I'm just conveniently covering up the screen for reasons. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppress my urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything will be okay. No, that's definitely not it, but you know, I am going to say this cover of the theme song is not good. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her, I shouldn't have confessed to her. That is not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. I'm not sure if it's safe for me to go back, so I'm gonna... Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I had just spent a little bit more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival, I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with, she's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can't take it back. I feel like I missed something. Well, actually, that's a good spot for a break. We'll be... In the dim glow of Arcos' stream, a mysterious command echoes to the chat. The platypus cloaked with emotes vanishes in the shadows, only to return with a quip about it. Elusive slipping by. Did we miss a clue in this I6 game of literary intrigue? So if you haven't guessed, there's currently an ad going on, so we're going to go ahead and just kind of sit. For the record right now, here's what we're dealing with right now. And in a moment, I'm going to get to a point where when I'm back from the... technically it doesn't matter. I can show you guys right now. I can go ahead and do that. And then return and... I guess I should have... Save, exit. Let me just go ahead and really quickly show you what we're kind of working with. That is what we're working with. Yeah. We're not gonna need that anymore. We have a minute left of the ad. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, so all of the like the normal. It would have been creative if some of these were. Um. Anyway, we have a game to get back to. Or, I guess, start? Gibberish. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you can never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sit idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there will be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever and is over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Argos? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We don't know each other well. We really talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuine feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It felt like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one, a literature club. That actually kind of scared me. I don't know what you're talking about. This game is completely normal. There's nothing wrong. There have always only been 3 club members besides literature. This sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? Yeah, she always insists that manga's literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Argos. By chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome, you really are sweet, Argus. You know that it's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. What a name. Girl 1. By the way, Platypus, would you like me to send you what you missed over Discord? And what I couldn't show on stream? Okay, there you go. And then if you actually were, if I hadn't been stupid and I had left the screen up, in the top corner you would have seen like the game corrupting. So actually I really, that is very interesting. Yeah. And I'm not sure if you were paying attention in chat, but I'm not sure what this image is. I'm just gonna go here really quickly. That showed up. Trace back. Oh. That is interesting. Bunch of uncut VM runtime exception occurred. Execute stack trace file game slash script line 67 in script. Call ch5 underscore main. Some more computer junk. Jump exception occurred at 253810834. Exception. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Didn't go as far as deep as this though. This is actually kind of interesting to go through, and that's another reason why the game is taking so long. I know a couple people in chat the last time um, were talking about how oh, the game is like 6 hours or whatever. It's like, yes. However, you know, those kinds of things exist, and I want to show them if I'm allowed to. As you may have figured out, we are officially in the second act. Any references to a certain character cause the game to glitch. Girl 1, a guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Argos. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's so nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears completely more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with somebody like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. I ran into Argos in the classroom and he decided to come and check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, sorry, I didn't forget that. But I just happened to run into him. The cupcakes weren't made because, well, a certain character didn't tell Natsuki to make them. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Argos? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, right? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are really interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher just gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Sargos, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. We found the manga reader. It looks as if she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I just really grasped something that I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect more from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way that you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Words. Do you speak them? I hate horror. Me too, to be honest. Me too. Like, I barely got through actually, no, that's a lie. I did get through watching Alien Isolation, watching PJ play that. New episode hopefully coming out very late this week, maybe early next week. So, be on the lookout for that. Speaking of schedule changes, there will not be an episode of Tavern Heroes tomorrow. We are on a equipment hiatus to kind of make our remote casts lives a little bit more easy. We are going to be taking a break and getting some equipment so we can just modify the software we use, modify how we hear the guests, and we need to acquire the equipment, and we need to test the equipment. So at the time of streaming, there will not be an episode, actually probably for not next week, not the week after, probably at the very, very earliest, 3 weeks. Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually don't like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give me that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to one's self. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on that responsibility as vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Argos. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really hard to find new members. Gee. Maybe... If you hadn't... Never mind. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If you don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Argos, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Don't dignify that with a response, Platypus. That was bad. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? That was hilarious. No, it wasn't. I haven't even watched the damn show. Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer with one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess if it starts with writing a poem tonight, and I guess I'll start with words. Never mind. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I keep wanting to... That actually kind of scared me. I keep wanting to go back and check like the files. Can you hear me? One of 11 special poems. DDLC selects 3 random special poems to appear when it started for the first time. I keep like wanting to check everything. It's that's the error. That didn't change. It doesn't look like much has changed. So that's good. That's good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this first poem of the game. Completely first poem of the game. You've never seen me write a poem before. And then I'm going to probably show it to the 3 club members and probably wrap the stream up there. Just kind of lay out my plans. This is so weird. I don't remember a lot of these. So it's like, unfortunately, it's like a surprise to me every single time that I've marked all three of those last hydrates, the one from 2 days ago and the one from 31 minutes ago and one from a minute ago. That's complete. Thank you for making sure that I drink water. I think I'm hallucinating. I think I'm hearing things. there's an achievement to listen to be on the screen for too long. The song repeats. I wonder. No, because I think technically each word can go to somebody. So that's why it has the point values. So even though I might be choosing words for... that's why Natsuki still jumps. Because technically... So yeah, that's... I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I can do whatever I want. Boop. Hi again, Argos. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Don't worry. This might be a little bit strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. Record scratch. Freeze frame. You might be wondering how I ended up in this situation. Okay. I was the last one in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end. Then you won't see the end of it. Excuse you, ma'am. You are in the way. Natsuki have a big mouth with someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. So defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry. We'll make sure to put your comfort first. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have some interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that. Do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to be I want to try to be a part of the club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into your bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading so much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled and I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You're looking for something in there? Well then. That is interesting. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping the collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki cites a bunch of of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? Let's see, what does she have? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on one side of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get close to the box set she's admiring. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way on my demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. That is actually, I like that saying a lot. I like that. That's a good one. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book. You're breaking up there, Natsuki. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of... I'm going to show you exactly why. Who's notifying me? Damn it. Oh, come on. People. Okay. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features four girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly... Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. And Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect it to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring you? It's not. Hang on. Can I not? I can. Awesome. Save 2 videos. Okay. Thumbnail image. Sorry, ignore me. I'm not doing anything. I'm kidding. Even though you're just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with some... I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. For the love of God. Sorry, I'm definitely not playing Pokemon Go while I turned it off. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Hey, while we're on the subject, if anyone has any suggestions for manga or animes for me to watch, anime series for me to watch or read, let me know. Honestly, it takes a whole lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. That is interesting. I don't know if you can read that behind my big fat head. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. That's another small detail that I've never noticed before. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, I paid off in the end, and I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Once again, the text goes off frame. Just to kind of show that off. Okay, so that's gibberish too. Okay. Oh, geez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here, Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to... She doesn't even finish the sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, she's fine. It happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Who should I show my poem to first? Reverse order. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Argos. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, don't you know? Sort of barrier that we'll need to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Argus. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, geez. No. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into particulars, don't you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there, swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that sort of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's an influence on my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain can get too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just for yourself to get something down on a piece of paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. And yes, I did read that ellipse out loud. Don't judge me. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I know it sucks. Everything I do sucks. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through them myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example. But it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Now, Suki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlights to have withstood the test of time, the last yet replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Yeah, you do. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But I was. But it took you a long time to read it. Well, I don't really read script that often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did just glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last-minute remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Is it even a choice? ... Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki reads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable sharing yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never act. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if that's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand that. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did, I guess, more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really know how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. Sorry, occasionally there'll be a moment in the song that falls flat because of the game is supposed to be like glitching out a little bit. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their own respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Argos did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. That's what I was talking about. A little bit flat. Whip that up a little bit. Okay. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something that particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Argos liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous Argos appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I'd have deliberately gone out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one... Knew that was coming. Caught me off guard. This doesn't involve you. Taking out your insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look. That's... Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance toxic personality by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Oh, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? You just accused me of cutting... Siri, flip a coin. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside when they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Really? That's what you have to say? I didn't mean it. There's no music. I don't like that. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. It sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Argos. I would just like to. It would just be embarrassing with you to. I guess I didn't really have a choice. Yeah. I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really. Well. With that brings us to the end of the stream. We will Arbitron by Satchly to celebrate Valentine's Day 2019. Select the word kawaii during your poem game. I like that. That's good. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll tune in again very, very soon. I'm thinking tomorrow, like I said, there's not a session tomorrow of Tavern Heroes, so I'm not sure if it's going to be a finish tomorrow kind of thing or what, but just so you're aware, that is the plan. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me go ahead and let us wrap this up. So let me that is going to be the end of our stream. Have a wonderful evening. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you again tomorrow. And I guess, as always, good luck and have fun. Night, everybody.